Howdy, y'all. Welcome to the EEARSS Podcast, produced by Terrier TV here at Titusville High School. I am Frank. That is not Bill. That is Cindy. And that is not Cindy. That is Bill. Howdy. How's it going, guys? Bill's trying to digest the entire thing.
I appreciate how you were just cracking your neck like you're about to do some heavy lifting or something.
I feel like it's an episode of The Simpsons where I have to kind of go with a different intro every single time. And I'm 100 and,
is that what it is?
170 episodes in. I'm trying to find something a little bit different each time.
I'm trying to figure out why we started off negative.
Negative.
You went, that is not Bill.
Oh.
That is not Cindy. That's negative. You know, you got to be positive.
I reckon it's just the way you look at it, Bill. Is the glass
No.
half empty but full?
No, what you said was negative.
Was it really?
So,
I found
help
the
me out
positive.
here.
It
Help
wasn't
me
Bill,
out
but
here.
it wasn't Bill.
I
but
would
Cindy.
like to remain impartial.
See,
Cindy,
I would like to have
Bill.
no feedback here.
Cindy didn't start off by saying, "No, Bill, you're wrong." She went, "I don't want to take a side." So
Oh.
I'm just saying that.
Okay,
You know,
I'll
that's
just say
where
I'm sorry, and I was just saying it out of love. I'm sorry.
we are. Okay.
Yeah.
We were just trying to be cute.
I love how we can make Frank apologize for anything.
Anything, yes.
This is a common thing. It seems like, yes.
And then you'll apologize.
Well,
See, there we go.
I'm never afraid to apologize.
So Frank, what's new in your world?
It was
The alligators hopping? Are they all?
they're around.
Are they happy it's warm?
They were definitely. It was a definitely busy weekend. Caught a handful. It was not as busy as I wanted it to be. We were hoping for a few more, but with the weird cold front that came through, like in the middle of the day. I forget if that was Sunday or Monday. I think it was Monday.
Right.
Everything kind of flipped a little bit. So we caught one and got out of it on Monday. Like, nope, done. Like, let's get out of the cold. Like, we're all over it. The wind showed up. We just got that kind of
Okay, you've started back over, because there's a dormant period where you don't catch them, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Our permit runs 7 months out of the year.
Okay, so you're back into
8
doing
months.
it.
Yeah.
You're back into doing it. Do you get any frequent flyers or the guys that are like, please catch me, Frank? Come on, I've missed it.
We haven't had any recaptures yet this year, and I've seen a couple of them that we caught, but usually when they see us, they don't want to be caught again.
They realize.
They go, it's the bearded guy. It's like I compare it to an NFL quarterback looking at a playbook. They open up the playbook and go, bearded guy, orange shirt. Oh crap, he speaks alligator. Let's get out of here. Like, we're done. Let's move on.
Go.
Yeah.
Let's find someplace else.
You see
to
him
be.
immediately. You go, hey. You talk to him in alligator. Of course, it's hey,
Right.
an alligator, and they all go.
When we went out,
Yeah.
if I remember right, one of them was a recapture, but it had originally been captured far away from where we were at, right?
Yeah, that day we had one that we had caught like 19 years ago on the Kennedy Space Center, so that was pretty cool. Science is neat.
Wow, yeah,
Science is
that
neat. But
long.
there's so many of them now that know my voice, like my voice from speaking crocodilian, that they all go.
They have posters of you hanging.
I think they do. Yeah, they have a weight room somewhere, and there's a poster of me that says, "Stay away from this dude."
Stay away from this dude.
Yeah, he will abduct you and take your blood.
See, you got to be like the other capture things where they, tranquilize the animal and then they're like jonesing for a fix.
Oh
You
man, that's rough, Bill.
You're just grabbing them and yanking them in. I mean, it's all.
man. Yikes,
You don't give
Bill.
them anything to take the edge off. Nothing.
I whisper sweet nothings to them.
Do
He
you?
does. I was actually
Ob-
very impressed. I'm not going to lie.
Were you?
When we started
We're quite gentle to
soothingly
them,
talking to
Uh-huh. Okay.
the gators, I was like, this is amazing.
Okay.
We're quite
cool.
gentle,
Like,
Bill.
okay, we're
Well, that's-
really whispering.
Obviously,
we're
you're not
whispering.
that
If-
gentle. They're
if
not
they're-
lining up to come back.
If there's a way to add finesse to a job like this, we definitely add finesse to it.
I've been out with you. I've
Yeah.
seen. Yeah, it's all about keeping the animal calm.
Yep. So the calmer you are, the calmer they are,
Right.
which it works for everything in life pretty much,
Yep.
unless it's a psychopath. But yeah,
There you go. Well, psychopath. There's
I'm
a
speaking more of people than alligators.
Yes.
But yes,
There's a whole other set of rules there.
I agree. Would you like to get to our guest today?
By all means.
Yeah, we can do that. She looks bored.
Patiently waiting over here.
She looks bored.
So today on the podcast, we are blessed to be joined by Nina Hunt from the Space Coast Board Riders. Thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Tell us a little bit about you and the Space Coast Board Riders and what you guys do.
Yeah, so I'm with the Surfrider Foundation.
Surfriders, dear
Yeah.
Lord God. I am struggling.
Every time
I
you
didn't wanna
said
be
it, I was
rude,
like, that's not. You got her name right though.
I did.
Yeah.
So that's
I did.
Bonus points for that.
I
There we go.
butchered that one, Nina. I'm sorry.
It's all good.
It's been
You
a
are
long
forgiven.
day. I've been in the heat too much. My brain is fried, and I apologize.
Yeah, all
Yes,
good.
ma'am. Sorry.
Yeah, so Surfrider Foundation, we're a national organization, and here on the Space Coast, we have our own local chapter here in Florida. We have about 13 different chapters around the state. So Surfrider is an environmental advocacy nonprofit, so it's run solely or mostly by volunteers, and we are a local chapter that deals with keeping our waterways clean, reducing single-use plastics, working with local restaurants to reduce single-use plastics, and doing beach cleanups. We also have an ocean-friendly garden program where we do bioswales and buffer gardens that reduce the runoff into our local waters as well. So we do a lot of really cool stuff.
Now, it must be a little bit challenging trying to balance all those things. You must be an event coordinator pretty much where you're coordinated in so many different things, or do you guys have somebody who's in charge of each piece of that puzzle?
Yeah, we have a pretty robust board. We have, I think, 12 or 13 now. So we just brought on an event coordinator. And so I'm so stoked for this because, yes, I have been doing events, and we don't have a vice chair either right now. So, yeah, I've been doing a lot, but we have an incredible board who does so much. So, yeah, everyone owns a different piece of the puzzle, but yeah, it's a lot to do our events. We do a beach cleanup every single month. We have our monthly meetings, and then we have a big event that we do at the end of the year where we do a beach cleanup, a yoga class, a surf competition. So, yeah, we do a lot throughout the year.
So tell us a little bit about you and how you got involved with this organization.
Yeah, so I've lived in Florida off and on for about 10 years. When I moved back here in 2022, I believe, 2023, I just said, I'm starting over. I have a blank slate. What do I know about myself? I love the ocean, and I love to play guitar, and these like small little things. And I was like, okay, how can I get involved in a local organization? Because I wanted to do some volunteer work. And so I started off with different organizations in the area and wasn't really quite a good fit, but I just know that I love the ocean and the beach, and I wanted to do something around that. So someone recommended Surfrider to me, and it was just kind of like, I felt like I fit right in. It was a smaller community and just felt really welcomed. Everyone was so kind, so many diverse people. Like I didn't surf when I started, so that's not a requirement to be a member. I just knew that I like to do beach cleanups, so that's what I showed up for. And yeah, they somehow wrote me in to be on the board within the first 6 months. So yeah, it happened pretty quickly, but it's just been so much fun, and I've met so many people through it, and we've done really amazing things here. So
Now, the Space Coast is very unique. It's we have so many pristine beaches, and including Playa Linda, it's untouched. What kind of role do you guys play in keeping that the way it is?
yeah, so there's quite a few different ways. We do beach cleanups up and down the coast. So we might do private beach cleanups with local businesses that want to get volunteer work or do a team outing or something like that. And so we'll pick beaches up and down the coast here, and then we do a monthly highway cleanup down south near Spessor Holland Beach, and then we'll do it all the way up to Cherry Down Park up in Cape Canaveral. And we also do water testing all the way down, more south than where I live in Cocoa Beach, probably about an hour south of there. We do water testing in different waterways, and we do that every 2 weeks. So we have volunteers that go and gather waters at different waterways to test for basically fecal bacteria. And we post that up on our website just to let people know, hey, don't go in the water. It's a higher concentration at this time, and especially when it rains a lot. That tends to be in the red because of the runoff from homes and septic tanks and things like that. But sometimes if there's things going on, like with Playa Linda, I had mentioned earlier, our legal team will get involved and say, okay, how can we best approach this? How can we get our community involved to speak up and to actually, have an awareness of what's going on with our beaches? And so we'll go to meetings and we'll speak up there or write in or do different things, and we can create bigger campaigns based on how it's in alignment with the organization.
Wow, that's a lot of pieces.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pieces and a lot of parts. Now, you said you've been surfing for a year.
About a year and a half.
Yeah. What drew you to surfing, other than just the things you were already talking about? I mean, it must have been a little bit of something extra that pushed you out there in the water too.
Honestly, I have been terrified of the ocean. Like, I love it, but I was so scared. I wouldn't even let seaweed touch me. Like, I would scream and run out of the water. And I didn't like that. I was like, everyone looks so fun surfing. I want to do this. I had tried surfing before, and I'm pretty athletic. So I was like, I can probably get out there and be good at it. It was just that fear to get over all of that. And the more I paddled out, just the more I fell in love with it. And there's just so much beauty. You get to wake up at sunrise and see the sunrise or even the sunset. You can see rockets going up from your surfboard on the water. Like, it's just a completely different experience. There's dolphins were surfing the waves with me the other day. I mean, it's just incredible. And so, those were the things that I knew I was missing out on. And so for me, it was just getting over that fear to introduce more beauty into my life, essentially.
Now let's talk a little bit about the community of surfers that are here on the Space Coast, because it's a very diverse community, and I think unlike maybe anywhere else, everybody's very, very focused on the same things you guys are focused on, the environment. It's I don't think people expect to hear that from a surfing organization, but they should, because there's really, I don't think any group on the planet that's more in line overall with what's happening environmentally than surfers. And people a lot of times don't think that or see that, but it's true. And I think here on the Space Coast, I would say even more so.
Yeah, there's a lot, because when you think about, as surfers, we're in the water a lot. So if there's trash in the water, like, we're going to be running into that trash. Even the microplastics, those are polluting the water. They're polluting the fish and the dolphins and all of them there. And they're finding that they're dying and their endocrine systems are being affected by the microplastics, which is so wild. So when you think about that, it's affecting the actual ecosystem, which is disrupting just the entire overall balance of the ocean itself and the environment. And so that's a whole other part of it. Also, too, from, we do the beach renourishment projects every few years or so here. There's erosion on the beach. And so that's something that as surfers, we want to make sure, that's going to mess up our break. That's going to mess up a lot of things if we don't have a beach. So yeah, there's a whole reason for doing that. And then when we do water testing as well, we don't want to be surfing in dirty waters either. So it's not just one thing that we're like, yeah, surfers should get involved. I mean, there's multiple things at play here that really affect the quality of our water, the quality of our surf, and not just for us, but for, our children and years to come. Like, how is this affecting everyone down the road?
Now, do you guys find a lot of people that come here to the Space Coast from other parts of the country and other parts of the world that get drawn to you guys and what you're doing?
Oh, definitely. I mean, Surfrider is a national organization, so there's chapters anywhere there's basically a body of water along the coast. Yeah, but we do have organizations that come and they're on vacation here and they actually get involved. So we had like a Girl Scout troop came from, I think it was Minnesota, this past weekend. And so we partner with the city of Cape Canaveral once a year to do sea oak planting up along the coast. So the Girl Scout group came from another state and they helped us plant all morning.
That's awesome.
It's incredible. Yeah.
Yeah, it's neat to be able to have an impact on people of all areas on something they maybe didn't quite expect was going to happen. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty neat. So if you had if you needed to, I know you guys right now are looking for board members.
Yes.
So can you tell us a little about that and what you guys are looking for?
Yeah, we're looking for a vice chair. So this is someone that I would work with very closely to help manage relationships, coordinate events, and just organize overall and ideation of how our organization can grow. We're also looking for a fundraising coordinator as well, who will develop more relationships in the area to bring in more fundraising for us to do more things like plant more bioswales and buffer gardens in the area to buy those native plants, because we have a handful of locations right now, but we would really, really like to increase that. And so bringing someone else on to help out with that would be really, really helpful. And then we also have an ocean-friendly restaurant coordinator, like a co-chair. So we have someone who's already doing this. We need someone else to help kind of co-chair that initiative. So basically going to local restaurants and asking them to reduce the amount of single-use plastics that they're using. So there are more requirements than just that, but we've got a couple, I think 3 or 4 or 5 restaurants right now where they meet a certain criteria. And so when someone comes on, we'll basically do an advertisement in a local magazine for them to say, hey, this is an ocean-friendly restaurant. They are having a huge impact on the environment by not having plastic water bottles, plastic cutlery, plastic straws. They're recycling a certain way. The takeout containers are they're recyclable or biodegradable. So there's different requirements for that. So we're looking for someone else to help with that initiative as well.
Before you came to Surfrider, what did you do for a living before Surfrider? Because you must have had a very diverse background to be able to, because you're doing so many things. This is really neat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a volunteer. Like, this is not my full-time gig. It is part-time, I will say, but I absolutely love it. But I actually own a consulting agency, so yeah, I build websites, do paid advertising, that kind of stuff.
You were already juggling a bunch of things.
Yeah,
so
basically.
You added a bunch of more things to juggle.
Yeah.
We tend to do that, don't we? All of us tend to do that.
It might just be a thing with women too. It's like our brains can just manage a billion different things at once too.
There's something to that. Up until recently here, I haven't had a male intern. It's all been ladies, because ladies can seem to multitask better. They're tougher, much smarter than we are, Bill. It's just the truth of it.
Yeah,
It's the truth of it. You know what I mean?
I have 4 daughters. You're preaching to the choir.
Yeah, there's something to it for sure.
I would rather not be alone with my thoughts personally. So when I find myself having too much downtime, I'm like, yeah, I could take something else on. What else can I dive into?
Goodness gracious. Yeah, I don't think about that, but yet it somehow still happens. I don't think that way, but it somehow still happens. If you have like a last second pitch about the stuff you guys are working on, hit us with it.
Yeah, I mean, come out and have some fun, because, people think about, volunteering as like, oh, I have to do this, or it's going to make me look good or whatever. And it's really not about that. Everyone's intention is going to be different. We have, retired people that are looking for something to do because they're not working anymore. We have younger people who want to get volunteer hours. So we have a lot of people from high school, middle school that come and we sign off on the papers at our meetings and our events. For me personally, I really love the ocean and I just wanted to get involved. And I was also looking for a community because I didn't really have a lot of friends or know a lot of people when I moved back here. So for me, it was like I wanted to find more of a place of belonging. There are people who are really big advocates for keeping our waters clean, or they have gone through something that has had an impact on their lives where they're like, I really want to make a difference. So, it just really depends on the intention or what you're looking for. But, I think what I really love about Surfrider Foundation and our chapter in particular is that we have so many different people with so many different interests that come. So no, you don't have to be a surfer. You can be any age and you are going to be welcomed like family every time you come to any of our events and our meetings. And so it's not just about helping the environments. It's also a place of feeling like you really belong and you're actually making a difference, because every little thing that you do makes such a huge difference. You don't realize it's just compounded over time. So if you're looking for something to do, to meet new people, if you love the ocean and you want to make some sort of impact, we have so many different things that you can get involved in, whether you're cleaning the beaches or maybe you love to garden and you want to come plant some native plants with us. We'd love for you to come out and get your hands dirty. And we also have social events as well. If you're just like, I just want to hang out with some people, that's cool too. So we'll have you.
If they want to find you guys, what ways can they find the Surfrider Foundation?
Yeah, you can find us on Instagram or Facebook. Just look up Space Coast Surfrider, and our website at Space Coast Surfrider, spacecoast.surfrider.org. And all of our upcoming events are on there. We have a social this weekend. We're walking at Wickham Park and going to eat at Long Doggers after. And then we have a beach cleanup the following weekend where if the surf is good a few days before, we'll tell everyone to bring their boards and we'll pick up some trash and then go surf after.
Long Doggers is the jam too.
Yeah.
Yeah, the place is awesome. Thank you so much, Nina, for joining us. We really do appreciate it.
Yeah.
Bill, Cindy, another one in the book, guys.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to wrap this thing up. Thank you all for tuning in to the EEARSS podcast produced by Terrier TV here at Titusville High School. If you'd like to learn more about EEARSS, you can go over to EEARSS.org or .com. It's EEARSS. It's 2 E's, 2 S's. It's a whole thing. If you guys want to find out more about us and the work we're doing, you can check it out there, and we will catch you all next week.